Hey everyone, my name is Alicia with Alicia Wagner Fitness, and today I'm doing a review of the Online Trainer Academy. So the first thing that I want to cover is where my life was before I finished the academy. So I have been personal training since 2012. I've kind of done this part-time through college and then through my first full-time real job in marketing. And, I discovered kind of along the way that I was more interested in building a life by design than living the sort of life where you go out and you get a job and you work to build somebody else's dream. And you're tied to a desk and you're tied to a specific location. And, for some people that is awesome and they love it. But after 2 years of doing that, I realized it wasn't for me. I wasn't nearly as passionate about what I was doing as what I was doing when I was training my clients. And so I started kind of looking into developing my own online training business because I figured, okay, if I can develop a business where I can make as much or more than I'm making at my job in marketing, if I can take it anywhere in the world. My partner is actually in the military, so this is a very important thing for me, is that, I am not necessarily tied to one location, because for the next 20 years, I expect to be moving pretty frequently. So I started down the path of dabbling in online training really in 2015, 2016 kind of time frame there. I got a website up and, kind of tried on my own for a bit to figure out how to go about building this business, and very quickly realized I did not know what I was doing at all, right? So I went ahead and signed up for John Goodman's course, 1K Extra, which is really what the Academy was in its infancy, right? That course doesn't technically exist anymore. It is now the Online Trainer Academy. But at that time, it was called 1K Extra, and I assume it was a really good course because it became the Academy, but I really can't speak to that because I did about a week's worth of the coursework and then got very busy in my job for many months, and I just didn't have the guts to quit my job and take away that kind of security blanket and really dive into training full time. And so I guess I kind of put that dream on hold until it resurfaced several months later when I moved around the world to Japan, and I didn't get to take my marketing job with me for many reasons that are really too long for this video. I was kind of forced into putting all my effort into building this business. And I think that was really good for me. I'm actually, in hindsight, I'm really glad that happened, because I don't know how long I would have been spinning my wheels doing something that I was not nearly as passionate about. So anyways, fast forward to about, couple months ago. I don't remember the exact rollout date of the Academy when I started it, but I started it in fall 2016 when I got my materials, which you'll see here. I have this really nice textbook, very good quality. It looks beautiful inside. The content is top-notch, and it's laid out in a very nice manner. I'll open it up here, see if I can get... here's a little picture. Some of what this looks like. There's really nice visuals in here. It's broken up into modules and kind of a flow that makes sense. So that's a textbook that I got along with this nice workbook. to kind of accompany the textbook and actually help me put things into practice. So those were the hard copy materials that I received in the mail when I signed on for the Academy. And along with that, there is an online digital portal where you log in, and there's many professional videos of Mr. John Goodman himself, dropping some knowledge bombs on all of us. And let's see, along with that, there's some PDF downloads of scripts, additional worksheet type things for you to work through as you're developing your business plan, and just a whole heap of useful material that I wish I would have started on back when I originally signed on for 1K Extra, right? I wish I would have done it for more than a week, because imagine how much further I could be along. But fortunately, I got with it with the Academy, and I did finish it. And I'm finally starting to see the fruits of my labor pay off. My very first year in online training, I literally only worked with one client. It was a very slow start because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a plan for growth. I didn't have a plan for getting new clients. I think that I did a good job taking care of my one client online, but I didn't really know how to move beyond that. And the course that I just finished, of course, the Academy, has really kind of given me the big picture. It's kind of laid out in a choose your own adventure sort of manner. So when you're going through the textbook and the workbook and building your business, you have many, many options laid out in front of you of how you could do things. Because, of course, there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to build an online training business and get your clients great results. But what works for me isn't necessarily going to work best for my neighbor or his neighbor or whoever, right? So what I love about the Academy is that it lays it out in this kind of choose your own adventure fashion, and you get to pick. You say, okay, this I think is going to work really well, and here's how I'm going to implement it, and then you go do it, which is the best part, is actually implementing and taking all of the skills that you learn in the Academy and actually putting them in place, and building those systems that it teaches you how to build to make this business scalable, and of course, bring in more than just one client, because let's face it, one client isn't going to do it for many trainers. You can work with a small handful of people, but generally you're going to need more than one to make this a long-term, real, lucrative business. So since finishing the Academy, my business has grown tremendously. I just finished it in January 2017, so it's still early for me, but I'm already starting to see this pay off, and I'm getting more and more clients in the door. And presumably, if I serve them well, they'll be with me for a long time and continue to get great results. If you're on the fence about signing on for the Academy, I would say, first of all, go ahead and do it. And second of all, don't waste your time getting started. If I could take it back, back to when I originally signed on for John's program, I just kick myself daily for not sticking with it, even though I was very busy and very stressed at that time. Yes, I'm glad I finished the Academy now, but I think I could have been so much further along and avoided a lot of mistakes if I had gotten with it quicker. And so if you want to take your business online, if you want to build a life by design, and you don't want to be tethered to one location or working for somebody else for the rest of your life, then I really, really encourage you to sign on for the Academy. If you can, get on the early bird list and save some money and dive in. Just go for it, right? Just, don't dip a toe in the water. Just cannonball in, make yourself do it, grow a pair of balls, if you will, and get with it, because I feel like I'm finally on the right path, and I finally feel confident and like I don't have to have a fallback plan of applying for jobs again. So that's really, really encouraging and really refreshing. And I wish that for you as well.